Source can do anything. Can you do anything? Is that something you walk around and know? You know that you can do anything. Anything you set your mind to. And if you don't really have the knowing that this is true for you, that you can do anything, then that is simply just what you have been telling yourself. To do the work and to do a cleanup simply means that you take care of all of this clutter, this lower frequency mindsets that we have taken on throughout the years. You become aware of them, you recognize whether or not they are valuable, are they empowering, and then you choose to tell yourself the things that are most beneficial instead. And the more awareness you have, the more you recognize areas of life where you can talk to yourself differently. You might see that you have some things going on here and there that isn't exactly making you free. And essentially you're just going to recognize the fact that you are the one doing your programming. You are the one responsible for your accomplishment, for your level of freedom. And that is in every area of life. If you're laying down to do the silence and you want to get really relaxed, then what are you telling yourself? Can you get relaxed quickly, right now? Can you just tap into it and have the experience of being completely relaxed instantaneously? Can you enter your deepest silence yet, right now? Is that a mindset you have? And how are you talking to yourself when it comes to health? Do you tell yourself that everything is flowing? Or do you in certain areas say that I had some stagnation here and there, I have problems with this and that? How should you be talking instead? And you can reflect on an area of life where you know that you have great success, something that you know that you can do. What is it like to have that experience? To so effortlessly be in that type of frequency where you have that type of success? How do you talk to yourself? Can you talk to yourself like that with all things? I can do this. I am doing it. This is easy. And we have talked about how powerful Source is. It's an infinitely powerful energy, an incredibly strong light. And whenever you tell yourself things that are low frequency, they will throw a shadow. And now we're doing shadow work. If you can recognize what is going on, or where you have lower frequencies, things that needs to be straightened out, then you will see that if you can shed the same type of light on those things as the light you have within, the light of freedom, the light of high frequency mindsets, then you will be free in those areas. And essentially you just want to enter the silence and recognize what is going on. What are you telling yourself? What are you thinking? How do you feel? And instead of looking away from those things, you catch them. You see that here is a shadow, here is something unbeneficial, something that is robbing me of my empowerment. And then you look through it. You face it, look through it, and you stay with it. And it will dissolve. You see that you simply just had a mindset going on there. You don't want to look at it and energize it and feel as if and be in it. You want to look through it. And after a little while you will see that it dissolves. You will see that that mindset wasn't necessarily true. And then you can replace it with something beneficial. You can get inspired from your source self about what should be there instead. You want to think health, flow, light, freedom, happiness, and have those types of light there instead of the shadows. And we have talked a lot about what source is. Source can do it. Source is happy. Source is flowing. Source is successful. If you for any reason have found it reasonable to tell your avatar that it is something else, then you can enter the silence and deal with it. Calm down, look through it, replace those thoughts with something else. Neutrality. And you will see that you won't be able to have too much success with this if all you know is misery or lower frequency mindsets. A part of the journey to really getting there, to phenomenal empowerment, is to recognize what freedom is, to recognize how you should talk to yourself in different scenarios. And if you truly want to be free and empowered, then you can choose to be someone who recognizes those values. You can tell yourself right now that I choose to see those values. I choose to know about them. I choose to find them. I choose to recognize in myself what freedom is. And you will have a lot of fun every day as you discover more and more about freedom and what those mindsets look like. Essentially, we're just talking about being yourself, about being source. We're talking about not thinking little of yourself, choosing to be who you truly are. And if you have taken on a lot of misconceptions throughout the years, then there will be a lot of work to do. But you start by recognizing what is going on here and now. What is going on in your thoughts right now? If you were to scan your mind, scan your thoughts, is there anything that needs to be straightened out? Can you catch that thing? Can you be fine with the fact that you have a thing like that going on? There's nothing wrong with that, it's totally fine. Can you look through it? Can you replace it with something else? Something higher frequency? Can you be a master of choosing the mindsets that you would benefit the most from? The ones that will make you completely free. And if you don't think so, then that's just a shadow also. Can you look through that thing? Look through that mindset. Because now we catched it. And essentially what I mean by looking through it, and you might have to visualize now the picture I have used to draw of the circle with the suns on the outside and a character in the middle. The outside of the circle is the outside of the matrix, the highest frequency. And the core of the circle, the center of your head, is the highest frequency. When you look at a cloud in between the outer circle and your head, then you're looking at a lower frequency misconception within the matrix. If you look through it and to the outside of the matrix, you will be able to open a high frequency gate through that shadow. And you can have an easy time tapping into a high frequency mindset that will dissolve that cloud. It's just a technique, but essentially when you look through something, that is what is happening. You don't focus on the problem and energize it, but you rather look at freedom, look through that thing. And you do that till it dissolves, till you don't feel so caught up in that thing anymore, till it calms down. And then you replace it with something more beneficial, a higher frequency mindset. That I can do it, I am worthy, I deserve great things. If you choose to enter the silence every day, to simply just relax, to calm down, to be in the silence and recognize what is going on, then you can very quickly become a master of higher frequencies. Learn to talk to yourself in a high frequency, the same level of frequency that you are in your core. And if you stick to doing the work will be done. Eventually, you will have done the work. So if you have benefited from this video, kindly consider becoming a supporter. This is all possible thanks to the supporters. Abundance, health and prosperity to you. Thank you so much.